Hello everyone, my name is Lewis, and today we have my first ever card game called the Tavern cards, or the first ever card game that I'm showing off on this channel. And this game has been taking up a lot of my time. I made most of these cards, all 100 of them to be exact, within, I'd say, 2 weeks, maybe, which is surprising, probably to most people. But I think that's just because I work pretty fast on stuff like this, especially stuff that I'm really into. So, when I was much younger, I'd say 8 years old, I made a card game that I called World of Black and White. It was this little side project that I had made, which every now and then, if I had nothing to do, which a lot of the time I didn't, I would work on that game, make 3 or 4 cards and have fun with it. So, my drawings were very bad, and now my drawings are a lot better. So, the Tavern's cards is simply a continuation of World of Black and White that is better in pretty much every way. The mechanics are better. It's like just in general, like the fighting system is better. The cards look better. Everything flows differently, and there's a overall balance in all the cards, in my opinion. So, these cards that I'm about to show you are not the official cards that I'm making. The official cards that I'm making are digital. Right now I'm not going to show them, mainly because, they're not, a lot of them aren't done yet. Like, the project isn't done yet. I don't even have one deck for the game ready. But I can show you the prototypes, which are, simple enough. So, these cards, they meant a lot to me, so, they mean a lot to me. So, this first one, Chilky, he's cute. He's a little ice cube man. He walks around. He, is a very tanky boy. This one, which is like, this game was inspired off of, Yu-Gi-Oh! So, I had, like, the 3 God cards, or, like, the older game was inspired off of Yu-Gi-Oh! So, of course, I'm bringing back the 3 best cards into this game. And then, this dude who's, like, Obelisk the Tormentor's replacement. As a kid, I always thought, like, the color of a creature, would, like, especially because I played Pokemon a lot, the color of the creature would decide its type. So, like, Pikachu is a little yellow because it's electric type. Bulbasaur is grass type because it's green. And then I saw Pokemon, like, Dunsparce, and I'm like, shouldn't this be electric type? Like, electric flying type and not pure normal type? But anyways. So I had, like, cool, super, omega, powerful god cards, which, like, couldn't be completely destroyed by anything except the creatures. So, it's like, they're overpowered. So, anyways, it's the replacement for Obelisk the Tormentor. I just thought that it, blue meant water and ice and, like, stuff like that, because I was that kind of kid who didn't get that, like, a toad could be purple and not be something poisonous or something. Or not be something that, like, has psychic powers or something. You get it. But this is the current game. Next to me, I have the original game, along with the first ever card, Crystal Swamp. So now you can see the, difference in the drawing style. Like, not really with this example. Let me find the card, but pretty much this older game was based off of a video that I watched of a YouTuber called Circle Tunes HD. He makes really stupid animations about people dying or something in like an RPG. And one day he made a card video. At the time I was super interested into the Yu-Gi-Oh game. Yu-Gi-Oh! So like I had some cards and I liked it and I thought it was really cool. So I inspired this first game off of it. So anyways, here's Crystal Swamp. You can, like, from this art, you can see that it's pretty different. It's more, like, structured and everything. It doesn't look as bland and boring and basic, and it's not literally just black and white. It's kind of a grayscale. Kind of, being the operative term here. So, like, at the bottom, there's, like, let me center this. At the bottom, there's, like, indication for everything instead of just the icon for what it is and nothing else. So, like, there were kind of types, like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! But I called them archetypes because Yu-Gi-Oh! Had that. And, again, this was pretty much my perfect, quote-unquote, version of Yu-Gi-Oh! So, like, it had the archetype. So, like, for example, this one doesn't have an archetype because there's nothing special in its name. So, like, normally, if there was a archetype, then it would be, like, an archetype of cards. Like, the dragon archetype would be, like, red dragon, yellow dragon, blue dragon, god, or godly dragon, or god of dragons, or something. Psychic dragon, something like that. And then, like, in a card that interacted with the dragon archetype, it would just say, and it's like Pokemon, if, like, one card in play has dragon in the name, then give it 3 attack or something. Like, something stupid like that. But obviously, what I'm trying to get at is this game is better. The revamped version is better in every way, and I plan to keep it that way. So, these 100 cards, there's a lot of them, so I'm just kind of gonna, like, give a quick summary of everything. So, the first couple of cards are a deck. This is a themed deck that, it's like the ice deck. I call it, like, the crystal deck, because, like, ice crystals, actual crystals, stuff like that. So let's put that to the, side real quick. Then there's the lightning deck, which is, like, all-powerful mage-type boys. So we have, like, a mace. This deck was, like, the Winged Dragon of Ra or something from the, from Yu-Gi-Oh! So, instead of the Winged Dragon of Ra, I had this huge dragon dude named Shinin. And he's, like, a light dragon, and lightning, and all-powerful, and he will only let people into heaven that are deemed worthy, because I am Catholic, and that's what I believe. Then there's, like, lava deck, so it's the same as the crystal one, basically. Then a dark deck, and then a couple miscellaneous cards, and then, like, don't you know how, like, in the, original series of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, Pegasus, yeah, I think that was his name, it was Pegasus. He had, like, Blue Eyes Toon Dragon or something, I don't remember. But, like, it was, like, Blue Eyes Toon Dragon and Toon World and Toon Dark Magician, and, like, they're super overpowered for no apparent reason, but they're only his, and they were never released to the public, and that's how it went. So, the back couple of cards are these, creator cards. So we had, we had 5 of these. Let me, spread them out. So, the first 4 are, basic overpowered cards. We have the Stacked Fighter, which was partially made by my friend, which I thank him for. The Epic Summoner, who interacts with the Banish Pile, which, in Yu-Gi-Oh! And, Pokemon, which has the Lost Zone, is, impossible to escape. There are, some cards that interact with it. In this game, you can't interact with it. Then there's Banish Everything. Then there's, a fusion card for the first 3 creator cards, which spawn into this last one, Archangel Gabriel. So, I didn't name him Gabriel because Gabriel's my name. My name is not Gabriel. I named him Gabriel because Archangel Gabriel is in the Bible, as far as I'm aware, the strongest archangel, and he flies around, shoots stuff, or he commands all the other angels or something, and he fights for God, he fights in the name of justice, and everything like that. So I liked it, so I put him in my card game, because again, I'm Catholic, that's what I believe. So, I am making the digital versions, which I think I said earlier, and they're just going to be an even more polished version of these prototypes. I think I made way too many prototypes. At first I was like, hey, I'm gonna make a card game. I'm gonna revamp this old game that I hadn't touched in over 3 or 4 years, and make it cool, and make it to my liking, because it was a prized possession, and it still is, even though it is stupidly outdated now. But anyways, it still holds a special place in my heart, because that really started my obsession with card games, because I made a lot more, as I mentioned previously. So, the digital version is just an even more fleshed out version of this game. So, let me find a card in here. It's, so, this game isn't meant to be, balanced or anything. It's just meant to be a slightly more reasonable copy of the old game. And, obviously, I was younger when I made the old game, so I didn't know how to really balance anything. I knew I had to, but I was just bad at it. So, for example, Ice Mason. Ice Mason in the new game has super, godlike stats. And, let me find it in the older game. So, the older game also has it in here, and it's the same stats. Obviously, there's no health in the older game. It's kind of just defense and health are mixed into one stat, but I cannot find it. Where is it? Whatever. But you get the point. So, it had 4 attack, it had 9 health, health, and 5 defense. And I gave it that just because, it matched what I was trying to go for when I was younger. I wasn't, I called it Neo Mason, or, not Neo Mason, Ice Mason. But it's more like Ice Thor or something, because it is jacked. And I think that's really cool. So in the newer game, I gave him, I think 0 defense and 8 health. He still keeps his attack. His attack, I think, is good enough. But he is now less overpowered in the new game. So, I'm planning to sell the newer game, not this stinky older game that I made as an 8-year-old, the new game, with the digital cards. If you approve, like the video, and or subscribe, because if you like and subscribe, that will fuel my creative juices, because I know that there are people out there that support what I'm doing, and they like card games, or they like Minecraft, or they like whatever I like because I'm a nerd and there are other nerds out there. So, if you liked the video, 100% like. Again, it helps me know that people like my channel and that I should continue with my work. And if you really, really liked it, you should subscribe. Subscribing and hitting the notification bell just so then it fuels me even more. It makes me confident because I have a lot to do. Like I have a dog. He's super cute, but he's a puppy. He's only like 4 months old. He's super cute. Um and I have to take care of him a lot. And I have relatives coming over more often, and I'm testing for my black belt in taekwondo, which is even more work. So I have to do this. I have to take care of my doggo, who is amazing, and I have to get my black belt, which thankfully I've covered most of them, but if you were to subscribe, that would make my job a lot easier. So sorry for the delay, and sorry for the delay of uploading. I'm gonna try to upload on my normal schedule, which is like about once a week, and that's what I'm planning at least. And this has been Lewis signing off. Bye.